Hi, this is Real Travel. I'm Maria Colina and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm really lucky to live in Paris, and over the past few days I've been on a mission to find the works of art by the artists that are featured in the ballet of Vincent Minnelli's 1951 An American in Paris. So let's get started. The ballet begins with Gene Kelly, who has found himself in a sketch that his character drew. He starts to move about the scene and he finds that he is actually in Paris as seen by the artist Dufy. Dufy is known for his lively and seemingly effortless style. His paintings are energetic and full of life. So Kelly finds himself in a Place de la Concorde of Dufy's creation. Two-dimensional lampposts around a two-dimensional obelisk, and everything is splashed with an effortless sketch-like quality. Raoul Dufy died in 1953, but not before Gene Kelly and Arthur Freed went to visit him and show him the film. Apparently, according to the actor and the producer, when the film finished, Dufy was actually in tears and he asked to see the ballet again. Next, our hero dances with Leslie Caron in a flower market that seems like it's right out of the paintings of Pierre-Auguste Renoir. It seems as if each bunch of flowers that we see in this scene is taken directly from one of Renoir's many paintings of the bouquets of flowers that he did. Born in Limoges, France, Renoir would go on to become one of the leading figures in the French Impressionist movement. His paintings are intimate portraits fused with light, and all of the subject of his paintings are beautiful. Children, beautiful women, flowers, fields. As Renoir himself said, "Why shouldn't art be pretty? There are enough unpleasant things in the world." The next scene finds Gene Kelly alone in Maurice Utrillo's Montmartre. Unlike the scores of legendary painters who were drawn to Montmartre at the end of the 19th century, Utrillo was one of the few who was actually born and raised in that mecca of European art. He went on to produce thousands of paintings of his native Montmartre. The next section of the ballet takes us to a carnival scene. In the background there stands a giraffe and a lion in an enclosed area. Those familiar with Henri Rousseau's art will recognize the lion as the beast from his painting The Sleeping Gypsy. The dance has transported us to the world of Rousseau. As a young man, Rousseau moved to Paris, but he did not begin painting until he was in his early 40s. He's most known for painting jungle scenes, despite the fact that he never left his native France. If we look closely at the scene of the ballet, we see several clues that point us to the work of Rousseau. The women wear colorful dresses that are straight out of The Sleeping Gypsy, and while the dresses are modernized, they call to mind the popular fashions of the artist's female subjects. Note particularly the puffy sleeves and the pointed bodices. Next, the set is filled with a luscious yellow light, reducing our protagonist to silhouettes. What follows is a romantic dance on the fountain in Place de la Concorde. We are back in Dufy's Paris for a brief interlude. The 2-minute segment features at least 10 different lighting changes that take the lovers on a journey from the bright innocence of new love to the deep reds of passion. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I take issue with the next part of the ballet. Jerry and Lise are now in front of the Paris Opera House. They cheerfully greet the fancy people that they meet. They raise a toast to the fancy people sitting in a cafe. It's beautiful, it's fun, and the minute-long segment is a delight. But it frustrates me because this is supposed to be the Vincent van Gogh section of the ballet, and I tell you, I just don't buy it. When I started researching this video, I decided to give the claims the benefit of the doubt and decided to see where the theory took me. And granted, there are elements that point to the artist. For example, one of the characters that we see here is this guy with an embellished jacket, like an orange jacket. He is a Zouave, or a member of the French infantry unit that was originally comprised of North Africans. This is a big clue because in 1888, Van Gogh did a series of paintings of a Zouave. So, okay. There's that one little character. And certainly the girls dancing in the background in the scene with the yellow and orange dresses, they call to mind Van Gogh's very famous sunflower paintings. And then also in the background you see that sun. It's a sun, but it could be straight out of Starry Night. So you've got all of these elements, all of these things that point to Van Gogh. But I guess my biggest issue with this part of the ballet is the subject matter. This is like high society with fancy people and that woman with a muff, like leopard print muff. It's just not Van Gogh. I mean, Van Gogh's work generally depicted farmers and people of humbler backgrounds. He rarely depicted urban scenes. At the end of this quick scene, the couple see an advertisement for a Toulouse-Lautrec exposition. And here Gene Kelly becomes the dancer Chocolat, right out of Toulouse-Lautrec's painting, Chocolat dancing in the Irish and American bar. The music turns jaunty, and Gene Kelly finds himself in the Moulin Rouge. He sees Lise among the can-can dancers, and he joins her on stage. This is the most literal part of the ballet. Gene Kelly and Leslie Caron are actually dancing in the works of Lautrec, not merely a world inspired by the artist, as we've seen with the other artists. Jerry and Lise are in love and happy, they're dancing, and it seems as if nothing could go wrong. They march out of the Moulin Rouge, through Van Gogh's scene in front of the Opera House, and they find themselves back in Dufy's Paris, in Dufy's Place de la Concorde. Joyfully, Lise and Jerry lead the crowd of people in the square in a triumphant dance. But all of a sudden, Lise and their fellow revelers vanish, leaving Jerry alone. Frantic, he searches for Lise, and he races to the gate where the ballet began, and finds nothing there except the red rose that he had dropped at the beginning of the ballet. The color disappears from the scene, and he is left with nothing but the red rose in his hand. So there you go. Thanks guys for sticking around. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this YouTube thing. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe. Thanks!